Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Deuces Rogers, meteorologist Cecily Tynan, and Jim Gardner.
Friday night, a Philadelphia court throws out yet another batch of drug convictions, and the city of Philadelphia welcomes thousands of runners for Marathon Weekend. But the big story on Action News tonight is more terrorism, more death, and this time it's in the former French colony of Mali. And there is late word tonight that one of the victims was an American. UN and Malian troops raced to the Radisson Hotel in the capital city of Bamako after Islamic extremists stormed the building with guns and grenades. Malian troops were helped by U.S. and French special ops forces, but word is that 27 civilians were killed. 12 bodies were found in the basement of the hotel. 15 were found on the second floor. An extremist group led by a former Al-Qaeda commander has claimed responsibility. 2 attackers were killed. It was a week ago today that terrorists carried out their deadly attacks in Paris, killing 130 people. Today we learned that police have found a third body in that apartment in the Paris suburb of Saint-Denis, the scene of a 7-hour shootout between police and terrorists Wednesday. And now police are saying that Hasna Eitbolassen did not blow herself up as first thought. She was killed in the assault, but officials today said she was not a suicide bomber. Meanwhile, Parisians returned to the sidewalk memorials today and lit candles to observe a week's passing. The terrorist attacks in Paris apparently prompted some people in our area to sign up for more protection, as in guns. Action News reporter Vernon Odom has the story.
The sheriff's office in Chester County has seen double the gun traffic this week. The number of persons applying for permits to carry concealed handguns has doubled in the wake of the ISIS massacre in Paris.
We normally will process up to 100 applications. This week, we have processed, as of today, 200. And I have a waiting room full of people.
People feel more vulnerable, says the sheriff. This man, who did not want his identity revealed, applied today. He survived the 9/11 attack on the Twin Towers in New York City. The horrific events in Paris and Belgium this week, he says, were a signal to finally get strapped.
This is something I've been meaning to do since back in 2001, and I'm sure this event really kind of got it more front and center for me to get it done sooner than later.
In 2 heavily populated counties in western Pennsylvania, Allegheny and Westmoreland, the sheriffs report a doubling of applications as well, after the carnage inflicted a week ago in Europe and now in northwestern Africa. No surprise to the sheriff of Chester County.
I think the general feeling is one of vulnerability, that should something happen, that individuals want a right to defend themselves, their family, and someone else.
I was up in the World Trade Center September 11th, and I remember seeing what it was like during the attack and the reaction of people on the ground. And, you know, I think it's just an important thing that we embrace this right to defend ourselves if something ever did happen here.
Now, over 14 years after bin Laden successfully attacked the U.S. mainland, fanatic terrorists still have the USA and the rest of the Western world living in the grip of fear. In Collegeville, I'm Vernon Odom, Channel 6 Action News.
And World News Tonight with David Muir. We'll have more on the Mali hostage situation and the Paris attacks. That is next at 6:30 right here on Channel 6. A Philadelphia judge today tossed out 88 drug convictions linked to alleged police corruption. And that brings the total number of cases overturned or dismissed to 648. At least another 500 cases still need to be reviewed. Each conviction was linked to 7 narcotics officers accused of shaking down drug dealers. One officer, Jeffrey Walker, pleaded guilty and is serving jail time. The other 6 were acquitted at trial in May. This is Marathon Weekend in Philadelphia, and while there will be extra security, nothing is putting a damper on the enthusiasm of the runners and the city itself. Action News reporter Eva Pilgrim is live in Center City tonight. Eva, a half marathon tomorrow, then 26.2 miles on Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of miles this weekend. Race weekend is officially underway here in Philadelphia for the Philadelphia Marathon. Where all these cars are right now, there will be thousands of runners and spectators watching and running in this marathon. And with all of those people, you can expect a lot of extra security.
We are so excited about the Gore-Tex Philadelphia Marathon weekend kickoff.
The city of brotherly love is welcoming 30,000 runners into the city this weekend. Some are first-timers.
I'm running the full marathon.
Others have run this race before.
I actually did my first marathon in Philly. This is my comeback.
Gina Kerwin just gave birth 3 months ago to twins, but she said there was no way she was missing out on this party.
There's so much energy. It's so much fun.
That energy thanks in part to the some 60,000 people who come to watch the race.
The best is like the people along the way. They just cheer for you and you feel like you're a movie star.
The Ben Franklin Parkway will close for the weekend starting at 6:30 tonight. The marathon race course will be closed starting at 2 a.m. on Sunday. Because of increased security, all cars along the route have to be moved by that time or they will be towed. Those roads will reopen as runners pass by and the streets are cleaned.
Spectators, please remember, if you choose to carry a bag of your own for personal items, those bags must be searched by security prior to entering the start-finish zone.
Runners will be given a clear plastic bag for the things they want to bring to the race. The focus now, getting to the finish line.
Just hoping to finish and have a good time out there.
Being able to go out and run 26 miles and then eat a whole bunch of food.
Afterwards, I'm going to brunch with the girls. Champagne for everyone.
Back out here live in just less than 30 minutes. The Ben Franklin Parkway will be closed down to traffic. It will remain closed until the end of the race. We have a full list of all of those roads that will be affected and all the places that you need to move your car so they won't be towed on our website at 6abc.com. The marathon kicks off at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. We're live here along the Ben Franklin Parkway. Eva Pilgrim, Channel 6 Action News. Jim.
Thank you, Eva. A sprinkler system mishap disrupted the school day for students in Wilmington today. Students at the Delaware Met School were evacuated at 11:40 this morning after the sprinklers went off on the second floor. Kids were sent home when the water in the building had to be shut off. Authorities are looking into what set the sprinklers off. There's no word yet on the extent of any water damage to the school. We are still waiting to find out if anybody will be charged in the sexting situation at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, but we are also learning that this wasn't just a handful of students. It could be dozens. Live outside the high school tonight is Action News reporter Trish Hartman. Trish, what have you learned there today?
Well, Jim, we spoke with students and parents here at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. Many of those parents say they'll be having some serious conversations with their kids tonight after hearing about this sexting scandal that involved a file sharing service. Students say the principal addressed the sexting investigation on the loudspeaker in class today. Junior Anthony Vega says he heard from other students that as many as 30 to 40 people could be involved.
Pretty shocked. Personally, I'm a little bit disgusted.
Police say a mother saw inappropriate pictures on her daughter's phone and notified police. Now, police and the Montgomery County District Attorney are investigating a Dropbox account containing nude photos and videos of students. District officials say the DA's office was already scheduled to address this issue with students next month.
You may think your friends are doing it and that, it's just it's okay, it's acceptable, but this will follow you forever and has very serious consequences.
School ice hockey coach Bob Moyer says the problem also needs to be addressed at home, with parents monitoring teens and their phones.
I get it. It's on my hip at work, and I live the same age. But we have to deal with it. But you have to learn how to manage it.
An email was sent to parents from the principal this morning, but the email was in reference to a threat at the school, saying any rumors of that threat were unfounded. But we found at least one parent who didn't know about the threat and thought that email was in regards to the sexting scandal.
Usually they always send us emails when anything's going on in the school, and so I thought it was cleared up.
Now, school officials say the sexting investigation is still ongoing and they are cooperating with police. No arrests have been made. We're live at Plymouth White Marsh High School. Trish Hartman, Channel 6 Action News. Jim?
Thank you, Trish. A unique program has made some dreams come true for some Philadelphia high school students. Students at Cristo Rey High School in North Philadelphia were accepted to college today on the spot. Representatives, family, Rosemont, Newman, Cabrini, and Chestnut Hill were on hand to review the applications. Some students, like Faith Witt, who applied to Immaculata, even received an added incentive today.
Yeah, I did receive a merit-based scholarship, and they're going to give me a scholarship for attending Catholic high school, which is extra $2,000. Oh, congratulations!
This is Cristo Rey's very first class of graduating seniors. The school opened its doors in 2012, and the seniors are off to college. Coming up on Action News tonight, a look back at the memorable career of David Henry as he signs off here at Action News. Mark Sanchez gets the start for the Eagles on Sunday. We'll have Ron Jaworski's take on the Birds' chances against the Bucks.
Well, a storm system that's bringing some heavy snow across the Midwest will bring some big changes here over the weekend. Of details and an early look at Thanksgiving in the AccuWeather forecast.
Those stories and much more when Action News continues tonight. The University of Pennsylvania opened its doors today to nearly 50 eighth graders for its annual College Day. Students from Henry C. Lee Elementary School in West Philadelphia received a campus tour. The youngsters also had a chance to meet and ask questions of Penn students who were graduates of Philadelphia high schools. Well, we are saying a fond farewell to one of our longtime colleagues tonight here at Action News. David Henry is retiring after reporting thousands of stories for us and, more importantly, for you. David, thank you for everything you did. You made us better. Tonight, Brian Taft looks back on David's superb career.
At City Hall, in Wilmington, in Harrisburg, in Allentown, in Reading, in Atlantic City, in South Philadelphia, in Northeast Philadelphia, I'm David Henry, Channel 6 Action News.
He's been a mainstay of Action News for nearly 30 years.
They've asked us to protect their identities.
You've watched David Henry cover the big stories.
Yeah, what we're seeing, of course, is a lot of chaos, a lot of emergency personnel here in the middle of the intersection of 23rd and Market Streets.
And sometimes the not-so-big ones.
So we formed a relay brigade and got him on his way to a warm house.
A Temple University grad, David started his news career in radio back in the 70s at WYSP-FM in Philadelphia and worked behind the mic at several other stations, honing his craft. He made the jump to TV in 1980 at WTAJ in Altoona, then found his way to Philadelphia at Action News in 1986.
And the big story on Action News.
David's award-winning career has taken him around the globe. He's covered our troops in the Gulf.
If they come under chemical attack, the entire complex can be sealed off.
And chronicled local pilgrims in Israel.
It's a very special moment as they set foot on Israeli soil.
One of David's other many assignments took him to the floor of the Republican convention in Philadelphia 15 years ago.
Well, Jim, there's a wild party happening on our part of the floor. No apologies, nothing.
Never one to shy away from the tough questions, David confronted celebrity athletes and even their agents.
President Terrell, for 5 months, what have you done for him other than getting him kicked off to the team? Next question. We're doing okay out here in the Atlantic Ocean.
One of David's more memorable journeys was aboard the USS Niagara as it made the voyage from Rhode Island to Philadelphia in July 2000 for the tall ship's Parade of Sails celebration.
I climbed the rigging and out on the yards to help untie the sails.
An avid sailor himself, David has weathered this voyage quite well. His camera crew, not so much.
Police still don't have a crime scene. They don't know.
Through it all, though, David has maintained the high standards our viewers have come to expect over the years. He's won many awards, including Temple University's prestigious Lou Klein Award for Communications. And he's a recent inductee into the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame. All of us here at Action News wish David and his wife Sarah nothing but the very best.
Once again, Mark Sanchez is the man. He gets another opportunity to show what he can do.
Let's see if he can do better than what Sam Bradford has done in the first 3 games of this season. There's no need to be a brain surgeon, rocket scientist, or sportscaster to figure this one out. Sam Bradford is out for Sunday's game against Tampa Bay. He is still dealing with both a concussion and a shoulder injury. So Sanchez gets the start, his first of the season. He did start 8 games for the Birds last year. The Eagles went 4-4 in those contests. ESPN NFL analyst Ron Jaworski has the keys to an Eagles victory.
My 3 keys to an Eagles victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Key number 1, Mark Sanchez must not turn the football over. For the most part, Mark has played very well as the Eagles quarterback, but his interceptions have been killers.
And it's intercepted. It is intercepted. A killer interception.
Key number 2. The Eagles defense must stop the Buccaneers running game and Doug Martin. With rookie quarterback Jameis Winston, you want to make him throw the football. Force the Buccaneers into known passing situations, and then the Eagles defense can get after him. Key number 3 for an Eagles victory. The Eagles wide receivers must come to the party. The tight ends and the backs have been fine catching the football. The wide receivers have been a no-show. They need to show up.
College basketball, not many of us can call a trip to Puerto Rico a business trip, but Temple can. The Owls face 22nd-ranked Butler this afternoon in the second round of the Puerto Rico tip-off. First half action, Jalen Bond. The senior knocks down 2 of his 13 points. The Owls lead by as many as a dozen points, but they go cold in the second half. Tyler Lewis, 3-ball. Butler up by 8 a little bit later. Off the miss, it will be Lewis again. 14 of his team-high 16 points come in the second half. Temple falls 74-69. The Temple football team is set to face a ranked squad as well. Tomorrow at noon, they will host number 21 Memphis. The Owls will clinch the East Division of the American Conference with the win and a South Florida loss. The shine has come off the Owls a bit. They have lost 2 of their last 3 games.
I'm not concerned at all. I think we play our best when our back's against the wall, you know. We're going to go out there, we're going to compete. We're going to compete at a high level. I think as a team, I think we'll play our best football this week.
6 ABC has a big day of college football on tap tomorrow. Penn State will host Michigan at noon. The Nittany Lions unbeaten at home this season. Michigan State and second-ranked Ohio State meet at 3:30. Then it's TCU and Oklahoma at 8 p.m.
Have you noticed that Ron Jaworski's become a little more candid, perhaps a little more blunt than he has been in years past?
He's honest about his assessment of Chip and the Eagles.
Oh, without question. Thank you, Deuces. Coming up on Action News, Cecily Tynan with an absolutely forthright forecast for the weekend from AccuWeather when we continue in just a moment. No rain for the foreseeable future, but it's going to get chilly.
Yeah.
But then it's going to get warm.
Exactly. Temperature stepping down.
And then presumably it's going to get
going
chilly.
back up. That's right. Well, there you go. Jim just gave my forecast. All right, Storm Tracker 6 live double scan showing that we are getting a break after the rain that rolled through yesterday and last night. And this is what it looked like on the Radnor Trail in Wayne today. Taking a look up, seeing blue skies and sunshine and a few leaves hanging on to the trees. And as we head through the weekend, I am tracking another cold front that'll move through. Remember, last night's brought us a heavy rain. Future Tracker showing this system is really moisture starved. Could have a few sprinkles early Sunday morning around 3 o'clock in the morning. But what this front will do is open the door for some wintry winds to be blowing in on Sunday. Future Tracker wind chills 9 o'clock in the morning. Philadelphia Marathon going on. Early tailgaters for the Eagles game. Look at that. The wind chills will be in the 30s, so a little taste of winter, and then temperatures even stepping down more on Monday. Right now, 52 degrees in Philadelphia. Afternoon temperatures in the mid-50s, so quite a bit cooler than yesterday. Yesterday in the upper 60s. Allentown 46. Millville's dropped down to 38. Sea Isle City 51. And Reading currently 45 degrees. Satellite 6 along with Action Radar showing this is the system bringing 6-12 inches of snow to parts of the Midwest. The low pressure with this will be cutting up across the Great Lakes, so we will not get the moisture with it, but we'll have that cold front moving through on Saturday night. So the next 12 hours, clear skies, chilly, but really this is where we should be for this time of the year. 28 degrees in the suburbs, 38 for Center City, so definitely bundle up if you're heading out for this Friday night. And then Sunday and Monday, we get this quick dip in the jet stream that funnels down that wind from Canada, so temperatures much of the time stuck in the 40s. But it doesn't last long. By next week, the jet stream back up to the north, and that will funnel mild air right in time for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving temperatures up around 60. So for the race weekend, Philadelphia Marathon Sunday, it'll be bright, lots of sunshine, breezy, wind chills in the 30s. Temperatures not bad. This is better than warm and humid weather for marathon runners. 7 o'clock 44, by noon 47. A good idea if you're running to dress in layers. And if you're heading to the link, 1 o'clock kickoff looking great on Sunday. A chilly breeze with winds out of the west-northwest, 12 to 20 miles per hour. So definitely dress for winter. Kickoff temperature 48 degrees by the fourth quarter, down to 47. So the exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Temple game tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, a light wind, 54 degrees. The clouds roll in Saturday night. Again, could get a quick hit of some sprinkles the wee hours in the morning on Sunday. It should be dry for the Philadelphia Marathon. Good amount of sunshine, but that chilly wind, 50 degrees a high. And Monday, temperatures stuck in the 40s. The high only 46 degrees, but a quick rebound back to 50 on Tuesday under sunny skies, up to 54 degrees. Great weather for traveling on Wednesday, and Thanksgiving still looking very nice, dry and mild. Temperature at the start of the parade in the low 40s, by the afternoon up to 60 degrees, and Friday it stays mild for the shoppers with a high of 60 degrees. So one day of temperatures in the 40s and a quick rebound. Thanksgiving looking great for the parade.
Thank you, Cecily. Finally tonight, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has received the gift of the healing power of music. A donated Steinway grand piano was installed in its new home of the lobby of CHOP today. It'll be available to patients, parents, doctors, and visitors to help brighten spirits and to bring comfort to anybody who happens to be passing through. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is next on Channel 6. Action News continues at 10 on PHL 17 with Brian Taff, Shari Williams, Adam Joseph, and Deuces Rogers. And please join us for Action News at 11 here on Channel 6. For Cecily Tynan, Deuces Rogers, and the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. We hope you'll join us at 11.
Action News is sponsored by Einstein Healthcare Network. At Einstein, being there for you starts with being close by. Find an Einstein outpatient care center near you at einstein.edu.